Your best salesperson is someone you don't even pay. They pay you. You know who that is? Your customers, right? Your best salesperson, your best sales team, your customer force can become your sales force, right? The best person you have on your team to actually sell your products and services are the people who are actually buying those products and services right now, your customers. So let's talk about for a second, how do you turn your customer force into your sales force? There's 3 things that I want to share when it comes to this. Number 1 is you actually have to tell them that you want them to refer you business. And that's the easiest part of this, is that you have to tell your customers that you want them to share your company with their friends, family, colleagues, and etc. Now, does it also help to provide a little incentive? It sure does. So that's number 2. So number 1 is just tell them and ask them to please share our company with your friends and family. Number 2 is you want to incentivize them. Now, what I like to think at Brand Builders Group, that everyone shares our company with everyone they know out of the goodness of their heart, sure. Does it also help that I send them checks every month? Probably, right? So hopefully people are doing this simply because they're like, this is going to change your life. This is amazing. But does it also help to go, hey, instead of me paying Facebook ad campaigns and Instagram, I'd rather pay you. That's us as a business decidedly saying, this money's going to go somewhere when it comes to our advertising and marketing. Do we want to put it in ads, or do we want to pay our customers to be our sales force? And we have made the decided choice to pay our customers to be our sales force. So we ask them and we tell them to share it, but we also provide incentive. Not because we have to, because we want to. We want to be a way that our customers actually generate income. We want them to be incentivized to share it on social media, send email blasts, have us on podcasts. And we're very open about it and very transparent. It's like everybody gets a 10% lifetime referral fee for anyone that they send to our company. We have budgeted that in and say we could rather spend it here or spend it with you. And we're choosing to spend it with you because we know that the customers you bring us are going to be the customers we want to work with. Why? Because they're like you. They're like you. We know that people know and hang out with people just like them. And so our customers are already the people we want to work with, and they're the best conduit, the best source of finding more people just like that. Nobody wants to work with people they don't want to work with, that aren't a fit for them. And you can do that by turning your customer source and your customer force into your sales force, because they will go out and find, generate, and recruit customers that are very similar to them. So the first thing is you have to ask them and tell them. Number 2, doesn't hurt to provide a little incentive. And number 3, you have to make it easy. You have to make it easy. So at Brand Builders Group, we do not have it all figured out, and we do not do things perfectly. But here are a few things that we do to make it easy for our customers to refer us business, which has helped us grow at the rate that we're growing. Is number 1, we give them 3 options. He said, you can click this link, right? And that will take you to your own custom link, a URL that we track. That's a little bit more tech heavy and a little bit more complicated if you're just trying to figure out how to do this like quick and DIY. But we do have, custom URL links, tracking links that allow people to share things on social media, on podcasts, and in emails. So the first thing is we just give you a custom link so we can track all your referrals. Number 2, there's a simple form that you can fill out, right? You could do this in any sort of platform that allows you to do intake forms, as simple down to SurveyMonkey, right? We use Dialogger, we use other things, but just find a form, an intake form that people can fill out. And if you have to, just make it an email form, right? Like, here are the things I need to know, right? But it's like, we just want to know, like, what's your name? What's your friend's name? What's their contact information? And why are you connecting us? And we'll do the outreach on your behalf. You don't even have to do it. So you can have a URL, you can have an intake form. And the third thing is just email us or call us and tell us about it. Like, whatever is easiest for you, we will make it work. The only thing we need to know is what's their name, what's their contact information, why do you think we should connect, and we'll take it from there. So you got to ask, right, or tell them, because sometimes they just need to know that you can do that. You want to incentivize a little bit, and then you also want to make sure that you make it really easy. Now, the reason we have chosen to go this route is because we want to work with people who are like friends, and we know that friends can help us create more friends. And what do I mean by that? we know that the people we work with are our ideal customers. And we know that they are the ones who have access to more people just like them. We also know that if we are getting referrals from our customers, these people are pre-vetted. They are pre-filtered to be our ideal customers. Here's why that's important for you. I bet you've had an experience before where you worked with someone that you were like, I never want to work with that person ever again, or anyone like them. But yet, you feel pulled, you feel the necessity to work with every single person who comes your way, probably because you're afraid that if you don't say yes, that you may not have another client to fill that spot. It's out of scarcity versus abundance. But here's the truth. When you choose to work with people that are not a fit for you, it's exhausting mentally, emotionally, physically often. And it's not just exhausting for you. It's probably very similar for them. And the worst part is they're taking up a slot that someone else can't have because you filled it with someone that isn't a fit for you. And all of a sudden, work feels like work. And that has everything to do with being super granular and super specific about who you do and who you don't work with. And when you work a referral-based business, it's a pre-vetting machine where people, and it's not a perfect science, but people come that are already very like the clients you have versus the cold traffic and the cold prospects. And you're like, man, I'm having to do this pre-vetting every single time. And sometimes I just don't know. And even when I want to say no, I don't. I say yes because I need the client, because I don't have other ones coming in. And you do it out of scarcity. And then you regret it. And it's exhausting. In fact, I have a friend and I asked her, what's your pricing strategy? And she goes, oh, I have two types of pricing. I have pricing for clients I like, and I have pricing for clients I don't. And I was like, what? She goes, yeah, I charge twice as much for clients I don't like. And I'm like, that's your pricing strategy? And she goes, absolutely. I charge double if they're a pain in the egg. And I'm like, I'm a customer. What category am I in? I'm like sitting there wondering, like, am I on the cheap side or the expensive side? But that's the truth. It's like it costs you twice as much to work with clients who aren't a fit for you. And so if you want to find your perfect clients and you want to build that business that way, the easiest way to do it is to get the leads, to get the clients from the clients you already have. So how do you do that? You ask them to share the word. You tell them how to do it. You provide some incentives, and you make it really easy.